welcome Indira.
Hello.
Yeah, give her a big hand.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm presenting you one of the shortest haircuts of the collection, and it's called the montage. And if you think about the name montage, that comes from a French word, it actually means an amalgamation of different ideas, different inspiration, and putting them together to create an image, to create a final inspiration. And again, that's really what we have done so far. We have taken elements of our heritage collection of Tony Guy, in this case the montage itself that was created in 1983, but brought them back to life with a new technique, with a new finish, obviously as well looking what the trends are now and looking what fashion is. And if you saw the catwalk of Jean-Paul Gaultier, spring-summer 13, you could see like really this short, choppy haircut, this kind of really 80s coming back, and like all this serrated length that in the past we've been trying to sell our clients to get rid of it, they're coming back. So we can see a lot of that in our editorial. So the montage itself is worked with a short crown area, a really kind of fashion-focused fringe in the front, and then we have this serrated disconnection on the side areas that just gives a little bit more inspiration of the rock, of the Gothic rock of that era. And I'll give you a little bit more insight afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Indira. And lastly, but not the least, introduce you to this gentleman. You obviously know him by now. A former London hairdresser and a finalist for this year as well, Mr. Cos Sakas. Welcome, Cos.
Thank you very much. Welcome everybody, it's lovely to be here. So my haircut, the Blitz, inspired from the mid-80s collections from Tony and Guy, from collections such as the Silhouette, which we saw in the history section, which was the black cut-out boards with real hair all wrapped around and created that beautiful experimental photography of the 80s. And that's what was so great with Tony and Guy. It wasn't just about hair, but within the hairdressing industry, they pushed all of those boundaries. Also within those boundaries was our product development, and how we can create textures and finishes with our hair. And with Label M here, we're using thickening cream to enhance and to expand this very, very fine texture. Now in terms of the technique itself, I've been saving this section for you for about half an hour now. This is the last section through the perimeters, and basically we're using a basic graduation through the sides, so a diagonal back section that comes from front to back, all the way through, and then that last section here, if I elevate this through, your option to work it to build up weight, or elevate it a bit higher to soften out. From there, the internal shape is dropped down and cut to suit. Now the idea behind the Coterie collection of the mid-80s was the fact that it was a very short, very androgynous haircut. And we came out of the punk era and went into the new romantic era. And the name The Blitz comes from the club The Blitz, which people say was the home and the birth of new romantics. Now with our global creative director, Sasha Mascolo, art directing all of our shoots and directing the creative side of what Tony and Guy is all about. She's got this perfection within her vision, where within our photography, within our editorial work and avant-garde work, it's so polished and it's so beautifully done, and we take so much time and care and attention to do that under her direction. So I'm going to keep working now with the Blitz, and we'll get back to you in a sec. Thank you.
Thank you, Cos.